and is thrown out by one town, and they come to this other town, and here's what she says. Her entourage keeps getting smaller and smaller because nobody really wants to be on this trip with her. Having been virtually thrown out of Hoy, we made our way to the citadel in Dinant, unimpeded, I need my glasses, unimpeded, but with the sense that we were being carefully watched. My fear was that we would encounter more fear and chaos in Dinant, but au contraire. We arrived at the gates of the citadel to discover that the townspeople were oblivious to the current state of the country because they had that very day chosen their new burgomaster, and it seemed that the entire town was intoxicated. We could see through the gates that the central plaza was filled with riot and debauchery, with no magistrate to acknowledge us. When Monsieur de Molay finally succeeded in making our presence known, the townspeople sobered up immediately and became hostile. La vache! There's that reprobate, Molay. It turns out that Monsieur de Molay, our well-thought-of ticket to ease of entry, is someone they detest. He did them some disservice in the past that they have not recovered from, and consider him the direst enemy. The citizens took up arms and barricaded the gates, and some of them even started throwing stones at us. Amazed, I sent my first esquire with my harbinger and quartermasters to beg the magistrates to admit me to stay just one night in the town. We waited a considerable length of time, during which Monsieur de Molay apologized profusely and at great length. I'm sure this is a misunderstanding, Your Majesty. They have me confused with someone else. Yes, I'm sure. Once our harbinger explains the situation, I feel sure all will be well. Kindly stop talking, Monsieur de Molay. I'm trying to think. Suddenly we heard yelling from within. Au secours! We're being taken prisoner! What to do? Jean d'Aubiac, who I could see in conference with some of the citizens, now broke away from them and rushed over to me. Your Majesty, asked to speak to Dupree. Who? The town's new burgomaster, Dupree. He's quite popular. This seemed sensible advice, given all the celebration we had witnessed. So a message was sent inviting this man, Dupree, to an audience with me. After a lengthy period, during which we heard much loud debate within, the gates opened, and the burgomaster Dupree came reeling out drunkenly in a filthy, wine-stained jerkin to the applause of the citizens. He staggered over to my litter and breathed a few words that almost caused me to faint from the fumes. I congratulated him on his new position. In response, he bowed deeply, then turned to Monsieur de Molay and punched him in the face, knocking him to the ground. The citizens cheered, confirmed in their conviction that they had chosen the right man. I was now at my wit's end, but Jean d'Aubiac did not seem ruffled at all. He smiled and whispered to me, "Now speak to them." Who? The citizens. Why? You just allowed their burgomaster to punch Molay in the face. You have gained an advantage. I don't see how that follows. Just do it. And mention the Baron von Duffel. Von Duffel? Who, pray tell, is he? Doesn't matter. Just say you know it. It seemed like nonsensical advice, but at the moment I saw no other recourse. All my titled councillors were arrested, and Monsieur de Molay lay on the ground with a bloodied nose. I rose from my litter and turned to the crowd. Citizens of Dinant, I am the Queen of Navarre. A Huguenot! Someone shouted. No, I retorted. I'm a Catholic like yourselves and a sister to the King of France, traveling for personal reasons having to do with my health. It is far from my intention to do you any harm. I only beg that our party be admitted for a night or two, perhaps only the women, or whoever else you think proper, and then we will be on our way. I did not know that the Grand Master of the Bishop of Liege is a person who has not met with your pleasure, and apologize for bringing him here. De Molay looked crushed. However, I'd like you to consider the consequences of giving offense to a person like myself, who is a friend to the principal lords of the states. The crowd gaped at me, dully, unmoved. I glanced at Jean d'Aubiac, who raised an eyebrow. I am also a friend to the Baron von Duffel? A gasp from the crowd. Someone called out, "You the Baron?" I do. D'Aubiac nodded encouragingly. He's a close friend. In fact, I believe we are blood related. The alchemical transformation that took place within the crowd was instantaneous. They exclaimed amongst themselves, the gates opened, and the citizens poured out to receive me. I exchanged a grateful look with Jean d'Aubiac as they escorted me and my ladies within the citadel, whence I am now writing these wondrous recollections. Every time I mention the name of this mysterious Baron von Duffel, some new service is done for me and my ladies. Jean d'Aubiac tells me he learned of the man's influence in conversation with the citizens. It is a lesson to me. If you want to know what's going on in a country, ask the common man. Or perhaps I should say, ask a man who feels comfortable speaking to the common man. Jean d'Aubiac saved the day.